All right, what's up, y'all? This is going to be a fun show today. I do not have a roaring kitty, but I do have a kind of vomity dog. I think Rocco, please don't do that with that. Ugh. Today, a fun low volume day in the market. I went to today was truly matched volume. Was the likes of what you see on the half days, the day after July 4 or the day after Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving Friday and stuff like the July 4 holiday when you get that half day. That's what the volume was like today. 30 million or so shares of SPY went through. Let me see where he totaled at 34. So you've seen some within 2 year range, some really low volumes, the lowest of the 2 years this May week. So that's what happens as you get into, after the earnings dies down. Now we got the PPI and CPI this week. Those are the two big moves today. Indices were flat across the board pretty much. VIX did climb up about 1%, I saw. So let's see some setups. It's interesting. Roaring Kitty, we are in a crazy economy, man. Roaring Kitty posted a picture of that meme of the guy sitting back in his chair. And the stock was up 70%, 74% at the close. And it lifted the retail ETF. So let's see what the signals are. I wrote my favorite market cap headline. Let me share the screen. Never thought it could happen. Let me see here. All right, so happened today. Gamestop 74%, Roaring Kitty rally lifts the retail ETF, subsector ETF 2.6%, while gold falls 1%. This is my favorite market recap title to date. This is where we are, y'all. This is where we are. So let's look at all these. And here we go. So the first one, so really fast on the list here. So what was up today? If you were in these areas, it was to the upside. It was retail. Thank you, GME. If you were in that ARC genomic revolution, so biotechs to an extent, K-Web, Chinese internet, Nat Gas, and Bitcoin climbed up to 63K. These were all on the upside. And then on the downside, it was really just Pacific Gold dragged down the agriculture fund and a bit of the commodity space. Let me see where the others close. I saw Nat Gas was up big, 5%. We already noted, but the rest of the gold was the only one that was down essentially. Oil was up 1.2. And then we'll look at the top gainers. Utilities hits a new 52-week high day, and VXX hits a new 52-week low going into these big PPI and CPI prints. Best trades of the week, long UNG, short ARC. I participated in that today, and I put on a June spread, excuse me, and long Hong Kong. 3 best trades in the market. Let's put up some charts really fast just because I sometimes check my own videos. Shocker. To look at what the sentiment was. So right here, I just don't love the setup. This is going to remove a lot of the volatility after this week. I don't think on Friday, I just would find it hard to believe if we're trading right here around 520. I think we're going to be, higher by about 10 points or we're going to be lower by 10 points by Friday afternoon. Let's see. You can, timestamp this video Monday afternoon. But I just don't love the setup here with just seeing upper Bollinger Bands around 523. Let me switch to charts. Screen here. Let me do this again. Screen, stop sharing. Here am I. Voila. All right. Come on. Yeah, I just don't love the setup here. If anything, we're going to base for a while longer. And I think the thing that throws me off is the VXX is hitting new 52-week lows. I understand it's due to a lot of this compression. And we hit our highs way back here, March 28th. I just don't love the setup here, like I said, but it could be up, and away. It's not about vibe or how you feel. It doesn't feel like all-time highs, but truly, by the end of this week, this data needs to catapult us. Obviously, it's back looking, but it needs to catapult us to new all-time highs, or just a little bit of more mean reversion, which I've had on my calendar. To dip a little bit into the end of May for a little bit of just a small correction, 2% or so, and then I was just reading seasonality-wise, June, July, August are the best months. I think I have to double check the return. I think it was something like 2-3% per month on average. So the time to buy is approaching. So that's a SPY. Don't love the outlook from here. We'll see what happens, but a lot of volatility will be active this week for sure. All right, let's look at what moved today. We got to look at. I'll just pull up Gamestop, even though I never really do this. Look at one specific ticker if it's not on the ETF. But since XRT was rolling today, this is, again, what an economy. Warren Kitty posted a picture, and the stock, it's had a crazy run from here. It's been overbought for more than a week. It broke above any kind of a Bollinger Band or mean reversion or any moving average. It was heavy here at 1540. It's a 2x from there. Nasty looking candle from here. I mean, there were some crazy buyers here with a 37 handle. Closed here at 30, still holding view up. Pretty impressive on amazing, ridiculous volume where nothing is trading in the indices. Yeah, this caught fire really about on the 3rd. Look at the volume pop here. I think he's posted on X yesterday or something for the first time in 3 years. And it said the stock like this. I think he's just posting movie clips now. I think he's microdosing or something. But Roaring Kitty, go you. So anyways, the XRT is what moved today in a multiple sigma move. And that's why we're looking at it. The XRT up 2.6%, which is a big move. That's not the candle you want to buy. Don't love that. This looks like it was just a little blow off top at the end of this nice little 5-day cycle. But I wouldn't buy it here. It looks like it's headed to 73.40. All right, ARCG. This was running the biotechs, as it were. This is Kathy Wood's biotech basket. 5.8%. That is robust. I'll look at the ARC chart later because I got short that today through a put spread. As I said, this thing working off from being oversold. A big update today. Don't love the setup here, though. This is another thing. I just don't love the setups in a lot of these in the markets here. A lot of the assets look tired. But not to say that they have to do what I think they're going to do. But, yeah, this looks like it's headed to 24.40. All right, KWEB, Chinese Internet, they came for today in a big way. This was up 3.6%. This has really started to really perform again all the way back there. You could see it climbed above the 14-day RSI and above a meaningful 200-day resistance. Pretty important level is $27 marker, and it's more than 12% above that now. I wouldn't buy here. If this sustains for about 2 weeks or so, and this drops to about 28.5, I think this could be a nice setup. I would consider getting in for the first time all year, specifically that whole getting long the China space. Nat gas, a big climb up today. It was up 4.8%. For these piece of crap names, you always got to go really on a tiny fractal on the time frame here. So this looks like it's hitting its head. I had a 1665 for a mark. It surpassed that today. This looks like it's headed to 1540, right around here, which would be a big, $2 decline. And then we're going to look at Bitcoin up big today, 63K. We're going to look at the ETF version, multiple sigma mover up 4%. I had been liking the setup for a long time. I just don't think this goes beyond 2660. Like I said, I think we talked about this before on Friday. I forgot if I did the conversion right here, but I mean, I could just do it with Bitto. This looks like it's going to get tired around 2660. So another dollar or so, so another 4%. So for Bitcoin, that'd be 65, 66K. And then it runs out of steam. We'll see. Again, like I said, I'm seeing a lot of assets get a little bit tired, different resistance points. But if they could break through all these, then we really, truly are at all-time highs, and you're going to see a bit of an everything rally, I think, leaders and laggards. But we'll see. This CPI number is going to be pretty importante. We'll look at the DBA. I don't take a breath when I do these shows. So the DBA, I hope Rocco doesn't vomit or otherwise. So that's a nasty looking candle all the way down to support, and it's a decent support going back all the way to essentially St. Patty's Day here, 2 months. I like the entry. I think I've been looking at this last week for 23.5. Actually, is a nice entry, 23.75. Anywhere around here, assuming those levels hold, that is your ultimate, support. This doesn't look too bad if you believe in this ag story. Doesn't look too bad. Let me look at this one, but that looks not too bad for an entry, especially if you think maybe there's an inverse correlated play happening if the markets move lower in S&P markets I'm speaking of, and then commodities have that reverse move. Let me see here. Gold down hard, 1.1%. Yeah, I don't love this one as much. I wanted to give this much more time to consolidate and look for an entry later, but I'm not super interested in that. All right, top 3 trades absolutely of the market of the past week. Long nat gas. We already looked at that chart, so we're not doing that again. Short ARC, ARKK. We will look at that. So I got short. We'll see what happens with this trade. I entered the June 7th put spread. Got into I believe there were the 43 half strikes, and I sold this Friday's 15 delta put against it. I think worked out to about a 43 strike. Did it for about, I forgot the total premium, 80 cents or so per contract, per spread. So basically what my thesis is on here is got my entry right around the 21 EMA. This was kind of textbook. Sometimes I don't like when it's too cute, but 44.90 is the 21 EMA. I executed there this morning, and then actually lucky entry on the day. It started to slide immediately. My ultimate target for this is honestly right around 41. I think it's going to get a little bit of vol expansion if markets go hayward. I was also a little bit too long in the portfolio, so the hedge fit just right to get short an area of the market, which I believe has been running up a bit unnecessarily much here over the past 2 weeks, and as well as the best short in the market over the past week. So I like the momentum it has, and the second best absolute trade overall in the ETF space. All right, let's look at FXI. There's a setup here. Like I said, I'm starting to get interested in China. Let me see. Not here though. Not the FXI. The other one looked a bit better. But yeah, I don't like this here. I don't know what the other trade I was talking about earlier. EWH maybe. But this is way too high up. I think I was talking about KWeb for the next round. All right, XLU, 52 weeks highs. This is the fourth best gainer of the past 5 days. This thing's in the stratosphere. This thing's absolutely in the stratosphere. This looks like it's going to take at least a breath. It technically closed unch today. It was up a lot. Came back down. It couldn't. It made a 52-week high and came back lower. It's got to work off this overbought. Also, when I see XLU, utilities overbought, lets me think that either there's a massive everything rally or market's just getting a little bit defensive underneath. However, VXX at 52-week lows, so there's mixed signals. And then let's look at SLV, the fifth biggest loser of the past week. This one I wanted to see for an entry possibility. So if this can stabilize and hold around 24.90 over the next 2 weeks or so, I definitely want to see more. And if we can get around this basing area, I would like to participate, getting long SLV. All right. So best 5 losers of the week. ARC, we already covered that one. That is the biggest loser. Japan, the second biggest loser, down 3% over the past week. Let me see this. Yeah, this looks a little bit rich. No, but I think it's going to like 65, 66. It's headed a little bit lower. I wouldn't mind buying. I like the chart. But I think it's going to consolidate for a little bit longer. Not velocity right here, but Japan's been a little bit volatile. This could shoot to the upside, but don't love it right here. Going to ignore. Uranium, the third biggest loser in the market over the past week, down 2.7%. Look at this chart. Yeah, this has to work off working off that rally. I like to see this go to 30.30. It's 21 EMA, so a 50-cent decline or about 1.5%. Did 1.2% already today. Give this 2 weeks to unfold. If you like it, I do like that chart, and it's technically been basing since these highs. I mean, honestly, in January, this whole year, if this could break out from 27 between 27 and 32, you could really get to much longer term. You get to 37 easily. But that's longer term. VXX 52-week low today. So we have year-long low in volatility going into the CPI, these big prints. So there it is. There's a green tick mark. 52-week low. I've been saying I don't see this to go much lower below 11.95, and it was actually up 1.2% today, or 1.1% today. I just don't see it going much lower. You see here on this Bollinger Band on the 20 days, 11.40, so maybe a little bit wiggle, but I actually, how much Bollinger Band was that? 20 days? Yeah, I have another one with 14. But anyways, yeah, all-time 52-week lows for that. And then EWZ, the fifth biggest loser, down 1.7%. Let's see what this looks like. Not a great story. Looks heavy. Don't like seeing that consolidate that way. And this hit its high Christmas week. So this is really in the rear view. It's trying to tag this 50 RSI on the 14-day. Yeah, I'd want this to stabilize for a while. If you can get in around 29.75, you can get in, bargain basement prices just due to what else is available. I don't know if you saw, but there's a ChatGPT crazy new model that's out, able to, basically do a lot of crazy things across audio, video, text, etc. So there's going to be, I think, just more flogging to the tech story as the more and more releases this type of stuff draws. All right, and that's EWZ. So best trades of the week: long nat gas, short ARC, long Hong Kong. That is a mouthful. All right, I will do this again on tomorrow or Thursday. Peace.